Oh, no
Yeah,
problem, man. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, so hey everyone, this is Andreas Polkochkai. Me, Bird are here to do like a very quick trailer reaction on Shrek 5, as you see previously from our, Fast and Furious 25th anniversary stream. The two of us like the franchise, so I thought, you know what? Let me do this quick, improvise stream of this iconic series. So, Bird, you have kids.
Mhm.
Just reiterate, you say you like this series or you don't like the series, and I know your answer.
Right, right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not particularly fond of the series, the actual Shrek um, movies. I never watched any of the cartoons because of it.
Hmm.
Not because they're not good, but because I think that they were marketed for kids, but I don't think that they're really appropriate for kids. Now that's like I've got a little bit more strict, I guess,
Hmm.
guidelines for what I want my kids to watch and not watch. Um, and so like there was just too many innuendos in that movie that I was like, I'm not comfortable with my kids watching this stuff. So they haven't. What we did watch, like I mentioned, was Puss in Boots, and I do like Puss in Boots, especially or specifically
The
the
sequel,
Last Wish.
The Last
Last
Wish.
Wish.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's good that we were talking about that because I love the Boots Boots character, and the sequel means a lot to me because it was actually me and my friends. When my dad unfortunately passed away in 2023, that was the movie I saw with my friends when they were over to comfort me and
Mm,
my family. So, Last Wish is a very personal
yeah.
movie for me, and without I we watched like 2 years ago, just without that emotional baggage, it's still a great ammunition movie, top tier like ammunition film. You
Yeah.
clearly see the Spider Verse influence to the ammunition they do there.
Yes.
Like the character art that Boots and Boots goes into is really fantastic. Def, you brought up Def, a great villain for that film. I mean, there's a lot of great villains in that movie. With the a great line of the three bears and the
Right.
the pie.
Goldilocks. Yeah.
Goldilocks, thank you.
Hmm.
A little rusty with my fantasy story characters. Um, and yeah, and I get where you're coming from. The Shrek franchise is not my favorite. I say just like to you from that stream that the first two installments are really great. They're well written animation films that changed the landscape a little bit in the animation stuff. Um, yeah, it has a lot of adult humor, like really good adult humor, but it gets really bad with the third and fourth one where it becomes more juvenile,
Hmm.
and that's like not good, and that's where I don't like the humor. Like it gets really like cliche and like very obvious humor that you see before, and those like
Hmm.
toilet humor and all that. They always use that, but not in a
Right.
clever way. And I get where you're coming from, Bird.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy, and I mean they are very successful films. One of these is cool about this franchise is the they took like what about fantasy fairy tale stories that and like flip it into their own direction, which is really cool. And like seeing like these characters interact with the famous characters like Pinocchio, the
Right.
gingerbread man, and obviously Boots and Boots is a character from a literally story we know. Same thing with Shrek, and it's one of those interesting universe that I like. It was a shame that they stopped by four, but then I was happy they spin off Boots and Boots for his series. Which is great. Uh, qu- uh, Question: have you seen the teaser trailer? It was like a short announcement that they were making one. Did you seen that one?
For this
Um,
fifth one.
yeah. I I mean, it was just they were showing you like how the kids grow up. Like the daughter is going to be voiced by Zendaya, and the animation was going to be very different.
Hmm.
So,
No, I
um,
haven't seen anything about this one. I think I
okay.
saw a poster and that was it.
Yeah, the poster. Yeah, yeah. So it's coming out next year. It's actually coming out June 30th. And this year is actually the 20th anniversary of the first film. So yeah, so it's gonna be 20. 21 years next year since the first film that we got a new installment for this franchise. Um, but yeah, so let's watch the trailer and then kind of give our thoughts. And
Okay.
yeah,
Once upon a time, a hideous ogre and a delusional donkey embarked on a journey to the magical city of Further, Further Away.
Oh my God, it's happening. It's really happening. Do you know what that means? I need a makeover. Get my arms yoked and my back jacked, my ass added, maybe even tighten up my badonkadonk.
No, definitely not.
So what you're saying is that Shrek and Donkey off on another...
No, don't say it.
Two stalwart friends.
That's not what this is.
On a whirlwind...
Donkey.
Big city...
Ow! I'm caked up like a friggin' bakery.
Attention.
Wanna date a snowman?
Shut up, Shrek. You really can't help yourself, can you?
Hell to the no, I can't. Shrek and Donkey, two stalwart friends off on another whirlwind big city adventure. Oh, this is bad. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Roxy!
Donkey!
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
that's the trailer.
Wow,
Uh,
they brought back the classic too, the All Star.
The All Star, yeah. I mean, hey, I'm happy they remembered that song. I mean, I know it's from Mr. Man. I don't know. You see that movie, the Ben Stiller 1999 like parody superhero film.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It was from that movie. But then when Shrek, the first one, used that, it became like synonymous with that.
Shrek was a much bigger hit than Mystery Man.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. By the way, Mr. Man, very funny movie, underrated. It's actually the Kick-Ass before Kick-Ass did that idea of like a,
Yeah.
realistic superhero like story like that. Um, but yeah, so what you thought about this trailer, Bird? Like it, dislike it? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean it's exactly what I was talking about with the humor, you know. I don't know
Yeah.
that I want my kids going, "Oh hell yeah," or whatever he says, you know, or like
Oh God.
whatever when he was shaking his gumdrops. Like I don't know that I want
Oh
my kids
God.
walking around saying that stuff, you know. Um,
Yeah.
so it's not gonna be one that I watch.
Maybe if your kids see the poster, Shrek 5 is like, Daddy, we need to see that.
No,
Like,
no, no, no,
I
no.
don't know.
We've talked about Shrek and SpongeBob are two that we've talked about that like
No.
we don't watch yet. And SpongeBob is more because it's more just me. Like if they want to watch it
Okay.
later on, once they're a little bit older, let's like I have a 7-year-old. If she wants to watch it,
Hmm.
you know, I don't like it. I don't like the like crude
Yeah.
animation that they do
Excuse me.
sometimes. Um,
Oh,
so
yeah.
so for me, it was like it's like Ren and Stimpy, right? Like Ren and Stimpy was the same way. I didn't like their animation of like when they did this really crude looking
Yeah.
veins popping out of the eyes, and the eyes are like, you know, I didn't like that stuff. So I never wanted the kids to watch that
Hmm.
either. But 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 SpongeBob is not bad like I think Shrek is. Um,
Okay. Yeah. 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 SpongeBob. I mean, I totally respect what you're doing. I mean, like honestly, the later season of SpongeBob, after the creator left, before he came back, by the way, when the creator's on the show, that's when the show is more funnier and like it's more appropriate. So I recommend seeing the seasons where the show creator, sadly, he passed away.
mhm,
Rest his soul. He was really great, and like his writing material with SpongeBob is much better, and like I think your kids should watch that. But when he left, that's when the show is really bad, and that's when they like did the awful like gross humor and the like the
mhm.
that I understand, and I'm
That's when it
sympathetic.
really took off, though,
Yeah. Oh, really?
isn't
I
it? Because I mean, to me, that's what it seemed like. But like again, I didn't really follow it.
no
But you
no
know,
the first.
like I'm just really I try to be really careful with what they watch. Like
Oh yeah, no
Powerpuff
no.
Girls is another one that I
Mm,
really like the Powerpuff Girls show. Um, but it's another show that we stopped letting them. They were watching it for a while, but then we're like, no, you know what? We don't want you guys watching the show anymore because they're brats. Like they're just bratty kids. They're fun to watch, but like
Mhm.
it could be an influence for them with their young minds, and I didn't want them acting. My wife and I didn't want them acting that way. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna be bratty and then try and get your way by being bratty. Like that's not a thing that we want you to do. So like when you're not watching that show, now that they're older, if they want to watch it, all right. Like my older ones, they watch. Do you know Murder Drones? That show?
No.
It's on Amazon. Dope
Okay.
show. Like the animation is really cool in it. It's a dark, really dark show. I mean, it's called Murder Drones, but it's robots, so
Yeah.
it's not that bad. Um, but really cool show, but it is really dark, um, heavier subjects, and like my older ones have seen that show.
Mhm.
So like you know, depending on age, they can watch certain ones. So like if they wanted to watch Shrek now, all right, the older ones can watch it. Uh, they're not interested at this point because they haven't seen any of the other ones.
Mhm.
But if they wanted to go back for whatever reason, watch. All right, that's fine. You're old enough to like know what's cool, what's not cool, uh, and that's my main reason. Like if they're young, I don't want them watching certain things that can influence them in the wrong ways. So uh, yeah,
Yeah.
as a
Uh,
side note.
yeah, no, I mean, look, I like you're the parent. I understand that. I mean, my parents were like that a little bit, you know. I
Mhm.
mean, especially, it's nothing new. I'm always happy to hear that because, like, now culture has been
Yeah, and
different.
like a lot of it comes from because I watched a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have watched,
Mm,
both movies and shows, and I know how I think, and I'm like, nah, kids don't need to think that way, you know, and it's
yeah.
just something that I've tried to like get out of me, like Married with Children was a favorite show of mine. But like their whole thing is like the family fights and they make fun of each other and they
Yeah.
in the end they love each other, but they're horrible to each other, right? So like me when I first got married, like I kind of had that influence of like I'm gonna make fun of my wife. It's funny, huh? But I love her, so it's cool. And
Yeah.
it's not a good combination.
Yeah.
So,
No.
because of
Okay.
all that stuff, I try to be careful with my kids.
No, no, no. I understand. Completely. Yeah. There's some shows that are better than others. I'm surprised by Puffpuff Girls, but I mean, yeah, the girls like do act bratty, but like there's a lesson to their like behavior. They do like over like learn like to like understand that was not right, and like that's the thing I like about the show is that they do teach the kids lessons from that show. Where
Yeah.
I understand SpongeBob just like experience the first four seasons of SpongeBob are really great, very funny. They like do a better job of teaching your kids in terms of like comedy and all that. Where the
Mhm.
later seasons, I don't know. I need to check like what season that the career comes back. But when he left, that's when the show goes kind of downhill, and like that's not appropriate for you kids to watch. So yeah, so I highly recommend watch the movies. I think the first three movies where the creator is still alive and involved, and the first four seasons. I think those are fine with your kids to watch. And yeah, Puffin Girls are it's like great, but I understand where you're coming from. And it's refreshing because that's not now the thing with these newer generation, unfortunately, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. So I'm very excited for Shrek 5. Well, no. I I'm like kind of mixed. Well, first off, I want to bring up Puss in Boots. I just brought up the other stream that like I was very disappointed that they didn't like it. Didn't seem like they brought him back for this installment, which is a shame because he's been part of the franchise since the second film, and he appeared in the third and fourth, and he has his own films. I mean, the popular ones. I mean, they have been successful, and it's so weird that they didn't bring back Antonio Banderas to this cast. So it's very
Mhm.
weird. And Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you don't want to force characters in the story.
Right.
Like in the X-Men films, example. Like you don't need to bring back McNeil to the story
Hmm.
sometimes, and I feel like like same thing with Loki. You don't need Loki to be in a Thor movie. Um, I, to tell the story of Thor. Like I don't like. I can understand maybe the story. You don't need Puss Boots in that moment, especially in the last film because he was going back to far, far away. So I don't know what is the timeline for this movie. Like, is it before the Last Wish or after? Like, that's the thing that we don't know
Right.
about the timeline.
Right.
Um, and I'm happy to answer any questions you maybe were kind of confused. Like, I know you haven't seen the other installments. Like, were there any things you were kind of a little
Yeah,
confused
I
about?
mean, because I don't know, because it's saying that they're back, but like I don't know why they wouldn't be back, because I don't know what happened. Um, so I don't really know, and this trailer really didn't say, and I don't think that was the purpose of this trailer to tell you what the plot of the story is. But since I'm like completely blind to it, I don't know where they left off you know, to for them to be back in whatever situation they're going to be in for this next movie.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the fourth installment, Forever After, was was initially the final season before the fifth became a thing. Like there was a plan that they were going to continue after the fourth, but because the box office kind of declined after the fourth film, and decided to just do television stuff and spin-off films of the franchise. So that one left off. So that fourth one was where they brought in Robin Stickton as the villain,
Oh,
and
okay.
like they did like this like twilight like this uh a Christmas, what was it? It's a Wonderful Life kind of storyline for Shrek, where what was his life if he didn't get married? Fernona, Cameron Diaz's character, and like the life, like having like not having kids and all that, and that was the story of the fourth installment. And then of course, like he learned that he missed that, and like the wish that he did with Robin Stickton like got reverted, and like it kind of like as you heard the title Forever After, it was Happy Ever After for his character, and that's where we left off. And
Okay.
he has a kids, so we saw.
So those two big guys were kids. Were the kids?
Yeah, the boys. So the one of the boys is going to be voiced by the kid from Superman who played Jimmy Olsen.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just trying to find the other kid's name. I think it's someone. I oh, hold on. Let me get into the fifth installment because I didn't see that cast list. Give me a second here. But yeah, so Zendaya is playing the daughter. She was in a separate announcement. So when they announced officially that we're gonna get the fifth installment, uh, it was a big deal that they were doing that. So she's gonna be, I think, the main character of it, and so that was the first time we saw her character. I'm
Hmm.
just trying to find Shrek. Okay. Uh, Yeah, so Cameron Diaz, yeah, Zendaya is gonna be cast as Felicia, Shrek Inferno's, here, M- um, was it? It's a Saturday Night Live actor named Mashara Andrea Harness. Uh, he's gonna play the other son. He was like a cast member of SNL from the 48th season back
Hmm.
in 2022. Some films he has been in is like Happy Gilmore 2, and some films that haven't yet been released. So that's it. And then the other kid that's playing the other son is the kid that played the new Jimmy Olsen from the Superman movie.
Yeah. So there's two
So
sons and then a daughter.
yeah, I thought there was more kids, but maybe I don't remember how many kids Shrek and Fanoia has. But I think there were three kids they had
uh,
um, after Shrek the Third, when Fanoia like discovers she's gonna be pregnant with Shrek's kids.
I will say it's pretty cool that Eddie Murphy's back and Mike Myers. It looks like Mike Myers is trying to make a little comeback because
Yeah,
I guess there's a new Austin Powers coming too.
yeah. Did you saw the Verizon
I did.
commercial?
As soon as I
I,
saw that commercial, I was like, "Oh, they're doing another movie." And
Yeah,
then I heard about I heard the announcement for the movie a little while later.
yeah, I mean, like just focusing on those characters alone would be great. I
Hmm.
love Austin Powers. That's a great funny comedy series, parody of the spy stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're very funny. Yeah, he's been in a lot of other things. He's been in like he's like a very diversified actor. He like you don't know that's him. He's in
that's what I've heard recently.
yeah, like if you've seen Tarantino's film Glorious Bastards, he's in that movie. Like just a
Hmm.
brief second, if you don't pay attention to that, he's in that Queen's biopic, Bohemian Rhapsody. He's in that.
Hmm.
Recently, he's actually Michael. I
Yeah,
didn't recognize him. He played one of the I don't know,
he
like
was like an
success.
agent or something like that.
Yeah, for MTV or
Hmm.
like to allow Billie Jean to be air.
Hmm.
I didn't like he was never like he didn't sound like Mike Myers, and
Yeah,
until I realized that was him. Is yeah, so he's been doing here there and like
yeah, he's
I mean
staying active.
yeah I mean he has his like he's rich. I mean after the the animation series of Shrek. I mean like like
Right.
he can live now.
Oh yeah.
And Eddie Murphy, he's been doing good. I mean, he's keeping up his career. I mean, like, he's done good comedy movies and, good dramatic roles. So he's been keeping up, which
Hmm.
is good. Um, they are making a Duncan movie spin-off, that's coming out in 2028. So I'm just gonna let you know that.
What's Duncan?
Oh, sorry, not Duncan. Donkey. Sorry.
Oh, the dunk. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I did see that.
Yeah, that's another thing. So not only we're gonna get a fifth installment next year, but we're gonna get a spin-off of Donkey,
Hmm.
which is kind of interesting. But yeah, so very excited time to be a fan of this series, if you like it. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen 48 Hours, but when he started singing, I Eddie Murphy always sings songs in jail cells for some reason, and I love that they did that here for Shrek. That was
Oh, is
funny.
that what that's from?
Yeah, if you
It's like a
s-
callback to the movie.
yeah, 40 hours when we get introduced to him to Nick Nolte's character, he starts singing Roxanne, and that was the
That's
last song
funny.
that I I know that was intentional to reference that, but that's
Oh, I'm
hilarious. They
sure it
did that.
was.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I mean Eddie Murphy, he's great, and I mean that's he's so good at singing songs from Eliza. So this is hilarious. But yeah, um, yeah, I think that's really it to say about the trailer. I mean, kind of mixed. But I'm excited to see this franchise come back again. I just hope we get another Boots and Boots
Right.
appearance. Or a third installment. They haven't really talked like they had discussed some plans of a third installment, sort of. After the movie came out in 2022. Um, but it's been kind of silent, since then. But
Yeah.
I don't know what else you could do with Boots.
Yeah. I
Boots,
mean, I think that was a good ending for Puss in Boots. I think we
yeah,
should leave it.
leave
You
it
know,
there. Yeah,
it's cool to see some of these characters that you really like over and over, but if there's no reason to continue the story, let's leave them. Where they were. Um,
yeah, true.
especially a movie like Last Wish. I mean, that was such a good finale. I think for them to
Yeah,
follow it up and then it's not as good. Um, you
that's
know,
true.
it wouldn't be worth it.
No, no, and to be honest, I want the same creative team that did Last Wish. To be honest, so
Hmm.
I don't want like, I don't worry too much about new creative team, but like I don't need the main Shrek team to take over Boots and Boots franchise.
Yeah,
I yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yeah, but yeah, I like live it for now. And then if you have a good story to tell with Boots and Boots, that'll be a good time to get another one. And
yeah,
that's all you
yeah.
need.
You don't want to force it just because like people like them. Because we do
Eh,
that all the time. Like, let's see more of this character. Let's see more of this character. And then they just come
yes,
out with something. It's like, well, let's see
yeah,
something else because we didn't like that one.
yes, yeah. I know. Completely. Um, yeah, yeah. That's our review on Shrek 5, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
They always had that weird title thing after Shrek 2 is called. they were trying to be so funny with the fantasy like fairy tale names like Shrek the Third, because it was like because they were trying to find Prince to take over the far far away, and then Shrek Forever After. You understand what kind of titles that is?
Yeah.
But yeah, so Bert, thank you so much spending your time. I appreciate your taking your time to do a trailer reaction separately.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. Please check out his I'm gonna post again his banner here down below. You see here, the Rooms Upstairs podcast, where he does him and his son and another co-host, battle the old movie versus the new remakes or reboots, whatever you call it, and like
Mhm.
compare them how good they are. And they have a system where which one will inevitably win. And their
Right.
next one is going to be Master of the Universe, the '87 version from Duff Lundgren, the Cannons film one with of course, Franklin Jayla as Skeletor. You're gonna like that movie,
Yeah.
because it's how bad it is. But Franklin Jayla is the greatest Skeletor, man. You're gonna enjoy it. And then the new version that came out this month,
Right. Yeah.
that I heard is really good.
Yeah. You
And
should watch it.
yeah,
You should
oh,
watch it.
I know I was planning to, but it's just life got in the way.
Yeah.
Uh,
Which, let's set a time and talk about Supergirl because
yes, yeah,
there's a lot there too.
yeah, and one day you have to do like the '84 version versus the new one.
I
Um,
I think we're gonna do that next.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
definitely want to be in because I have a lot to say about the movie that came out. I read the graphic novel,
Hmm.
and it just it took good elements of the story, but they didn't go forward with the story, and that was the thing that disappointed me and
Okay.
everyone so
Yeah.
far in the internet. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate. But yeah. Keep me posted on that. I'll
Okay.
definitely want to be part of that. As a Supergirl fan, I love this character, and I this movie is better than the '84 version, but it does make mistakes. And if you've seen like what I say more about the Fast and Furious is too derivative from other movies you've seen.
Hmm.
Like it literally kept like it has the Garden Galaxy, but it doesn't have the charm or the writing from James Gunn, and it doesn't have like it takes from so many other movies like John Wick, uh, Mad Max, like
Hmm.
particularly Mad Max. My friend brought that up on Friday when we saw it. It was like, yeah, it's like especially towards the end of the movie, it was like very Mad Max.
Hmm.
I was like,
It
wow.
reminded me of the bad guy from Apocalypto.
Oh
The way
yes,
that he kind of walks hunched over, like
under in the
kind of
face,
slow and.
the makeup face.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I remember Blackito. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, that's 20 years too. That
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. That was a good one though.
Yeah, Mel Gibson. Yeah, that was like his last movie before Has. Well,
I think the Passion, right? Or no, he
no,
did
no,
that plane
Passion.
one.
No. The plane was like recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Andrew Garfield war movie where he was a doctor, but
Oh
he
yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
use. That was his follow up after Apocalypto.
We Were Soldiers. Is that what it was?
No, that was him in that movie. He didn't direct that.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. I can
What
maybe
was
pull
it called?
this.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Yes, that's the name of that movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
came out in 2016. Really good movie. Andrew Garfield's great at that.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Uh, thank you, Bert. Thank you, everyone. We'll be back
Yeah.
again for another spectacular reviews.
Yeah. Hang out with us and drop your comments on what you guys think. So,
Yep. Thank you.
all right.
Uh,